And almost 100 years later, this venue was built to house their next era. MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Here's Graham Gano out for the opening kick. And we're off from MetLife. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Goff taking it right to the air. Finds his man. It's Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Running it with David Montgomery. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Go.
First game on the ground to Jahmyr Gibbs. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Montgomery gets it from the gun. Has a lane inside the 35. And he's finally brought down at the 33. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Putting the tight end in motion. Goff on 1st and 10. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Brought to a halt by Deonte Banks.
Well, these intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Running on second with Montgomery. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on 3rd and short.
3rd down run by Gibbs. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. Just short on 3rd down, no gain on the run, and now what will they do on 4th? They'll go for it. Goff. Laporta with the grab. And he winds up out of bounds, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. That big 4th down call is how we close out our first quarter. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll get back to East Rutherford after this. We're all set to bring you the second quarter. Lions well within striking distance. First down from the red zone. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Running out of the gun with Montgomery. And this play isn't a whole lot better. He gets back to the line, but no further.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Has it down close. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the one. Fourth down, Goff throwing. And it falls incomplete. So this one will not get it done. They're going to turn this over on downs. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. He'll throw it from his own end zone. He connects with the rookie from LSU. Reaches the 40. Into the red zone. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants get the game's first points here in the second. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. Gano ends the point after. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Gano ready to send this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. He gives to Montgomery to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up second and 3. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. It's the Lions looking at second and 3. From the 37. That's complete to the back. David Montgomery. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 22 on that one. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
DC. 12. 2 for 1.
Out of the shotgun, Goff. He's going to push one deep down the right. Looking for Sam Laporta with that one. And that'll bring up second down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Into the hands of Gibbs. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first. Now the Lions calling a timeout. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Lengthy fourth down try here. They need 6.
Hey, 76. 76.
From the gun, Goff. He connects downfield on 4. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Detroit calls timeout. It's second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. He brings the offense up now for a first and 10.
DC.
1
Enough to Gibbs from the gun. And he's stopped out at the 16 after a small gain. Lions really moving with a sense of urgency. Clock keeps running. Shotgun snap here to Goff. He brings it in. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have first and goal to figure out.
I'm sure, Coach, the play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Come on! Rick Flair!
Now Goff. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So now it'll be second and goal. Looking to throw, Goff. Escapes the pocket. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now it'll be third and goal.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
Throwing it just before halftime. Caught near the pylon. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. Bates has it all set up. Here comes the kickoff. Return starts at the 9. He's got a lane up past the 30. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 34-yard line.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Only 2 yards, and it brings up second and 8. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He locates Daniel Bellinger. And he goes out. Just needed one more step to reach midfield. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Locked to throw it. And they make the tackle at the 38. They get 13 on the pickup. And it's good enough for a New York first down. New set of downs for him at the 38. Let's go. A give to Tracy up the middle. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Giants will have a first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Here's Tracy once more. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now. Lock. That's the first. 16 yards on the play. And that will set up first and goal. Tracy is in for the New York touchdown. The Giants grow the lead coming out of halftime. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this two-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Gano ready to send this away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Off to the air now. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jason Pinnock picks it. And the Giants get the football back inside the 45-yard line after the interception. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a second-half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the first play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers. The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. And he's brought down after a solid gain on what's going to be the final play of the quarter. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. Locked down. Chased out to his right. This is complete to Neighbors. And he runs it down inside the 15 before going out. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. Working inside the red zone. The screen pass falls incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And now they face second down. A handoff to Tracy. And he will take it in. Touchdown, New York. The Giants have likely...
I just touched down in LA, the Spanish, my favorite. This that G, I keep it playing, so I put it on. She be in a, she just made a big. I got rolling over, speeding to the money like I'm running from the feds. Posting with my this a yeah. I'm like, whoa, see residuals, watch the money grow. I'm in flow, greatest story told, watch it all unfold. I'm like, whoa, reaping what I sow. Harvest getting bigger, they all froze. I unleashed my soul, now they taking pictures of it. Eyes on the prize, it's my life sold up. 5:45, had the lights on us. Fries to the side of an ice cola. You know that ride till the tires fall off. She know I'm a D, I got a date with destiny. She coming to me, cause I got the flavors and recipe. She bustin' to me like an athlete. She two with the G's, cause she know it. Yeah, it's eyes on the no prize, I can't live life in disguise. Cause real recognize I ain't gotta compromise. I keep it concise, the gang tight like ties. On the industry advice, I'm outside with some good fellas and some nice guys trying to live life in the sky. We lit in real life, we don't pay.
Greetings from just across the New York-New Jersey border in New Jersey at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford.
To kick off for New York.
The veteran kicker, Graham Gano, puts it on the tee. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Ready?
Right to the air goes Daniels. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. An even 20 yards. Impressive start to this drive.
Mike, you know what we used to call those plays? No, 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 yes. Because that's exactly what was going through the mind of the coach on the sideline when the quarterback decided to throw that ball into really tight coverage.
On the ready. Ready, go.
On 1st and 10, here's Daniels. He'll get that to Zacchaeus. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7.
Cup 19.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Off-balance throw, it's complete. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
He'll be brought down at the 37, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that 1st down himself.
His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
He'll get rid of it and complete it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Let's go. 19 Lions.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw, maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, go!
To the air again is Daniels. He runs with it, and he will get into the end zone. Jaden Daniels. Touchdown, Washington. Austin Seibert now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Commanders will take a 7-0 lead. Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he can only get back to the 16-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Locke. That's caught. It's Tyrone Tracy. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. He's got his man, that's Slayton. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Giants first down.
A pair of first downs gives them 1st and 10 up at the 40. A run with the man out of Purdue. That's Tyrone Tracy. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Locke working out of the pistol. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
I know it doesn't seem like a ton of yards on top of that pick, but that was really well done. I mean, it's just going to make life so much easier now as the offense takes the field, trying to capitalize off of that turnover.
Mustang 19.
On 1st down, Daniels. Going for it all. To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Commander. Seibert out now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Commanders move out on top, 14-0.
Commanders 14, Giants nothing.
Seibert now following the touchdown. He's out to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Ready.
Locke to throw on 1st down. He gets that complete downfield to Slayton. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. On the ground, here's Tracy. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
Just watch the speed of the pursuit out of this safety on this tackle, Mike. His ability to play from depth and attack the line of scrimmage and meet that ball carrier in the hole and keep them to no gain, you don't see a lot of safeties able to make that tackle in the open field. That's pretty impressive.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll come back to MetLife Stadium after this. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Lock out of the shotgun. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll go. It's locked. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. They get the conversion with a gain of 22. Locked to throw on 1st and 10. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these lines.
Good blocking, and he's in. Devin Singletary. Touchdown, Giants. Now it's Graham Gano for the PAT. He's got it. And the Giants are on the board. It's now 14-7. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Panther 11. Buffalo 18. 18 Rattler. 18 Rattler.
Now Daniels throwing on 1st and 10. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And this will bring them all the way down to the 20-yard line. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Daniels now on 1st down. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
Here we go.
Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. That's hauled in at the 2. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. It's Daniels. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. De'Ami Brown. Touchdown, Washington. Seibert's extra point is true. And the Commanders will take a 21-7 lead.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Now Locke. Pass pulled in by Tracy. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
A second down throw for Locke. He's got his man, Wan'Dale Robinson. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. On first down is Locke. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. All right, Coach, second half drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Now, this is going to be returned from deep in the end zone. And he goes nowhere. Buried back at the 15-yard line.
At their own 15-yard line.
Here we go.
From the gun, it's Locke. A short one there to Bellinger. They get 11 and quickly pick up a first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. He'll work forward for a couple. That's the veteran safety, Marshawn Lattimore, bringing him down. Here's 3rd and 7. To throw is Locke. He'll get it into the hands of Slayton. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
First down.
Here we go.
On the give, it's Tracy. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play. 2nd and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
On the ground, it's right back to Tracy. And a pickup of 3, or maybe 4. It was Jeremy Chin that time up to make the stop. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Here's Locke. Open man, right side. He's got it. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
Another New York Giants.
Let's go now.
They'll go to the ground, and here's Tracy on first down. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
So, they'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, here comes Tracy. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Lock to throw. He's got his man. That's Neighbors. And he's going to be taken down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't.
And he will score! Game on! Tyrone Tracy. Touchdown, New York. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts.
No! 19 tight, 19 tight. Trap 60, trap 60. Dragon 60. Go.
To throw is Daniels on 1st and 10. Got a man left side. It's caught. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Now a timeout. Giants, that is their second. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
Let's go now.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
60 Bobcat. Come on.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. That's into the hands of Zacchaeus. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Fighting for the marker, he loses the football. One of the Giants has it. Well, they come up with the turnover on defense, the quarterback choosing to keep it, and the defense choosing to take it away.
Mike, anytime a quarterback turns into a runner, the defense loves it. They want to take a shot at him. They want to take a shot at the ball, and that's exactly what they were able to do here. Force the fumble, get the ball back. Great job there by the defense.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line. They are down to one timeout and the 2-minute warning to work with as we get set for 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Here is 2nd and 7. They'll stick to the ground. And he's going to bring this one close to a first down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. Big play in the game right here. It's third down. He'll run.
If you send your field goal unit on the field, Mike, it gives you a chance to chip away at this deficit. But I think I'm keeping my offense on the field. I'm going to one of my critical plays on my call sheet. Keep this drive alive. The hope is to come away with 6.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs.
Finding yourself down to your final timeout, this is the moment. This is the drive that you have to find a way to extend if you're going to claw yourself back into this game. But the defense comes up with a huge stop, and that will all but end this game.
And the rush gets there. Down he goes. The Giants can call their third and final timeout. They'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. They'll drop to throw. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down.
The offense's backs were already up against the wall, but after suffering that last sack, it's all but eliminated whatever breathing room they had left, and for the rest of this drive, they don't have much room for error at all.
79 Broncos.
So, a win here on the road for the Commanders. They were the aggressors from the start, able to dictate the pace of play, and in the end, they come away with the victory.
Hey, it's Paul. I was listening to the album. Good luck. You're on your own.
Guess who's back? Back again. Shady's back. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? 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 Guess who's back?
Well, look what the stork brung. Little baby devil with the forked tongue. And it's sticking out, yeah, like a sore thumb. With a forehead that it grew horns from. Still a white shirt. Pulling up in a Chrysler to the cipher with a in a light shirt. Lyrical technician, an electrician. Y'all light work. And I don't gotta play pretend. It's you I make believe. And you know I'm here to stay, cause me. If I was to ever take a lead, it would be aspirin to break a feed. If I was to ask for Megan D Stallion, if she would collab with me, would I really have a shot at a feat? I don't know, but I'm glad to be back like abracadabra. And for my last trick, I'm about to reach in my back, bruh. Like abracadabra. And for my last trick, just like that, and I'm back, bruh. Now back in the days of old me, right around the time I became ate some as a way of coping. Take the case of turned me into smiley face emoji. May not be age appropriate, but I will put an 8-year-old indeed with a participation trophy. Yes, I have zero doubts that this whole world's bound to turn into some Girl Scouts. That censorship bureau's out. So when I started this verse, it did start off lighthearted at first, but it feels like I'm targeted. Mind-boggling how my profit is skyrocketed. Look what I pocketed. Yeah, it's just like y'all have been like jogging in. I've been running at full speed, and that's why I'm ahead like my noggin. I'm the fight y'all get in when you debate who the best, but I'm some white. I step up to that mic, cock it then. Oh my God, attention, you can die again. Abracadabra. And for my last trick, I'm about to reach in my back, bruh. Like abracadabra. And for my last trick, just like that, and I'm back, bruh. Break it down. Sometimes I wonder what the old me say. If what? If he could see the way it is to.
EA Sports and the National Football League welcome you to Acrisure Stadium here in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The veteran kicker Graham Gano puts it on the tee. And off we go from the Steel City. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. And this drive will begin at the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Jaylen Warren. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
We met with these coaches during the week, Mike. They told us the emphasis this week about getting the run game going early, and we see it here. Nice first play pickup, fresh set of downs.
Now a first carry for the Alabama product, Najee Harris. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On the ground, this is Warren. And he's going to have a first down. Good run down inside the 45-yard line.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
He's got a man down the field. It's Austin. And he's in. Calvin Austin. Touchdown, Steelers. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. It's up and good. And the Steelers will take a 7-0 lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This taken in at the 8-yard line. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Connects with his big tight end, Hurts. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Throwing on 2nd down, Locke. He keeps it himself.
That's just great awareness there, Mike. He's looking downfield. He doesn't see anything, but he is locked in to get that first down. He tucks it, becomes a runner, and gets past the marker.
1st and 10. A carry here for Tracy. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. 3rd and 6. Locke working out of the pistol. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down.
With the score, Steelers 7, Giants 7.
Walk to throw on 1st and 10. He'll get that to the former Volunteer, Jalen Hyatt. He is in. Jalen Hyatt. Touchdown, New York.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And he's going to get it. First down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line. A run. Here's Harris. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. Here's 2nd and 2. Another run here with Harris. Harris, first down, he's not done. And he's all the way down to the 15-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll come back to the Steel City after this. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Warren. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. On the handoff, it's Harris. And he gets to the outside and takes it in. Najee Harris. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This will be returned from the 6. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Walk out of the shotgun. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. That one good for a dozen, and a very quick first down.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode. And that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points. So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
It's a gain of 12 there. That's good for a Giants first down. Now Locke. He's going to run it. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Locke to throw on first down. He'll get rid of it and complete it. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. A run here with Tracy on second down. Now a timeout, Giants. That is their second. As it comes to 22 seconds remaining till halftime. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Locke. That one intercepted. And the Steelers are going to have it just past their 25.
So anytime you're really sensing pass, Mike, the first thing you want to do, flood the field with defensive backs. Good things typically happen. I mean, that's a great call there by the defensive coordinator to counter that play, because no matter where that ball was going, they had someone in the neighborhood who had a shot of making the play and getting them off the field.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
So we have reached halftime with these two teams separated by a touchdown. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up, both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. On the ground, here's Tracy. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Throw it. Locke. He'll look underneath here for Tracy. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
So often for a defense defending the passing game, the most difficult guy to account for is the running back out of the backfield. So a really nice job here bringing him down before he has a chance to pick up any yards after the catch.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They run it over center with Harris. To be taken down after a short pickup. It's at the 27. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Wilson. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
He's got Freiermuth open on the left side. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, then on 3rd down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The side.
And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Jalen Warren. Touchdown, Steelers.
Just a great way to finish off a drive, and it was something they thought they had a matchup advantage all week long, was in the ground game. And you can see here, they executed at the offensive line. He got some nice blocks downfield from his wide receivers and tight ends, and he was able to do the rest.
Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. This one taken at the 7. Now an opening past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. Now it's Tracy looking to run, and he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. They'll run again. It's Tracy again. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a 1st down. A 1st down there on a gain of 12. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Let's go. Here's Locke to throw. Now a screen set up for Tracy.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. From the gun, it's Locke. We'll get this into the hands of Neighbors.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
They'll run with Tracy. And he'll be near the 1st down marker. It's called a gain of 3. But a short yardage situation coming up on 3rd down. To throw is Locke. He finds his tight end, Bellinger. And he's out of bounds with the first down, so they get a new set of downs, and just as importantly, stop the clock.
Critical third down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the fourth quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
A short one there to Bellinger. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Towels waving, Steeler fans on their feet. It's third down. Now Locke, pressured, gets there, and down he goes.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with a lead here in the fourth quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late.